Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. And I am talking today about community. I think community for homeschool moms is huge. Having a support system is so important and vital to have a successful homeschool journey. So I'm just going to talk about that just a little bit. So if you need some encouragement or ways to get encouragement, then stay tuned. So I'm one that definitely thinks that community is very important. I think the first place you can find community and support as a homeschool mom would hopefully be in your church. You may not have other homeschool moms, but just having other friends, other moms to support you in this journey is huge. I happen to go to a church that has a bunch of homeschool moms, which is awesome. And I know not everybody has that, but that is an incredible blessing. When we first went to this church, and the first person I met that was a homeschooler told me, oh yeah, we have 8 families or something. I was like, what? Because I was the only homeschool mom at our last church. And it really makes a big difference. Your church would be your first place. Another easy place that I think you could probably find in most states, I'm sure there's some places where maybe you wouldn't be able to find is this, but in general, I think you could find a co-op. There's so many different kinds of co-ops. I have not had experience with all of these, but I've known people that have been in all the different kinds of co-ops. There's some that are specific to a specific curriculum, like Classical Conversations has a co-op, and that is where you use that curriculum in your homeschool, and then you practice at home. You get together once a week with your co-op and they talk about whatever it is that they learned at Classical Conversations or whatever they learned at home. Then they go to this co-op and they all discuss the same things. I think it's really cool. We've never done it. I did go to one like when my kids were little, thinking, oh, this is for us. This is what we're going to do. And it wasn't for us. It just wasn't for us. So a co-op that is specific to your curriculum is one of those. If you are in a place where you don't have access to a co-op, or maybe you do, but you just feel like you need more encouragement and more support, there is a new, really awesome homeschool support group community online. And so many things are online nowadays, and it's so great because there are times where it's hard. Maybe you might be in a stage of life where you're like, I can't leave every Tuesday and take the day off of school to go to co-op, and it's hard because my kids are little and we have nap time. There's so many reasons why people don't do co-ops, and a way to do that is to be on an online homeschool community. Made to Homeschool is the answer to that. I'm so excited about this. It is an online homeschool community where you get access to all these really awesome homeschool moms. I feel very honored to be a part of it. I am one of the homeschool moms that is on there. There's a ton of other homeschool moms that I know you've heard of that we all love to get encouragement from, that are on YouTube and bloggers and different things like that. And these moms are all a part of it. There's these different circles that you can go and be a part of. And it is just so cool. It's like, in years past, we've probably all been a part of like a Facebook group for the most part. I mean, somebody hasn't, but for the most part, that's the only online homeschool community I've really ever been a part of. But it's always very specific. It's always like this curriculum or this age group, or it might be Christian homeschooling moms or something like that. But then you get in there and it's not really, and it's a little tricky. This really is an online homeschool community for Christian moms. All the moms that are contributors, that are YouTube moms, we share things once a month. We share articles, we write articles, blog posts, things like that to share that might help you through this. We also share videos. There are workshops where you can go to live workshops with some of these really awesome homeschool YouTube moms or blogging moms. Go to their workshop and learn so much from them and interact with them, and it is just so cool. And I'm so excited. Today is the launch day. So some of you guys might already be in it. You might have already gotten on the early wait list. Well, today is the day that everybody gets access to it. And it's going to be so exciting. And I actually have a 10% off code today just for you. Go down to my description box when you're done here and click on that so that you can get 10% off of your membership for Made to Homeschool, because it is just, I really feel like this is such a blessing, and it's something that can help all of us in our homeschool journey to get advice on everything from curriculum to having babies while you're trying to teach, or what do I do about high school credits, or you might just have a random question about doing sports when you're homeschooling. Or they also have some circles on where you can buy and sell things on there too, like curriculum. It has everything. It has everything. It's awesome. You guys are going to love it. So take my word for it and check that out. But that is such a great opportunity for everybody.
This is going to be so big.
Welcome to Made to Homeschool, a new kind of online community designed by homeschool parents for homeschool parents.
We all landed on Made to Homeschool because we feel like we were called to educate our children.
If God has called us to something, no matter how unequipped we may feel,
the truth is, we were made for this.
Made to Homeschool is open to any homeschool parent from any background, but it's curated by a team of Christian homeschool content creators to provide an opportunity for you to engage in fellowship, to share, to learn, and to grow alongside other homeschooling families from all around the world.
I really wanted to join Made to Homeschool as a contributor before it even existed. I knew I was waiting for something. I knew that other doors were just not the right ones to walk through, but I didn't know what exactly it was that I was looking for until Made to Homeschool came around, and it just made the most sense.
One of the features I'm most excited about on Made to Homeschool is the live workshops. To be able not just to provide content and information to people,
I'll be able to come and talk to a smaller group of you, to be able to listen to what's actually happening right now this week in your homeschool, and you can ask me questions and I can answer them.
There will be circles about homeschooling through high school, circles about homeschooling with toddlers, circles about homeschooling children with special needs, where you get this opportunity to connect with so many different moms that all have the heart to homeschool, that know that they were made to do this, but just might need some support or have some questions.
The resource library provides important blogs, videos, printables, and more that will help cultivate a homeschooler's needs. This dynamic is usually only available at yearly conferences that last just a few short days. Made to Homeschool brings that same community vibe 24/7.
Unlike other online platforms, Made to Homeschool is an ad-free space where we want to connect with you, and it's a negative-free zone.
I have been a homeschool mom for 11 years, and I have yet to see anything like this. For community, for connection, for strength, for prayer.
I just know that the Lord has big, big plans for Made to Homeschool.
Made to Homeschool isn't just a membership, it's a movement led by a community of parent educators and creators dedicated to nurturing the next generation of godly leaders. And we believe that if you were called to the homeschooling journey, you were made for this.
Somebody here is going to be able to help you on your homeschool journey.
I hope you'll join us. I look forward to connecting with you.
I hope to see you there. You are welcome here. Come join us.
You are welcomed here. You are wanted here, and you will be loved here. You will be loved. So that's why you should join.
I hope you guys will take me up on that because I'm really excited to be a part of it. Number 3 would be a co-op that you go to maybe once a week that digs classes. This is what we have done for years. They offer classes, so ours was typically like a couple hours where we'd go. Ours started at 1 o'clock and ended at like 3:40. So we had had this welcome time where usually a mom did devotions, and sometimes the kids would share like special music or share talents and things like that in front of everybody, which was really cool. Share prayer requests if there needed to be. Then they'd split off and you'd have an hour of one class and an hour of another class, and they're done. It's really cool. I mean, we have everything from, and I don't know how, they're all going to be different, but the way ours worked, we always had either like gym class or art class, science experiments. For the older kids, they have a constitution class. Like some of these things actually like count for stuff. Some of them are just fun. Maybe you don't want to teach art in your home. This is a great way to get your kids involved in art without actually having to be the teacher. Isn't that great? I have taught some really cool classes before. I taught a book club class where the kids read this book together with me. We all would have like a chapter or two to read at home. We'd get together. I'd bring snacks and we just sat together like an adult book club, but it was me and a bunch of like probably 4th through 6th graders, or maybe 5th through 7th or something like that. And we discussed questions about the book, and it was just really fun. The cool thing about that kind of co-op is you can really teach Depends on your co-op. You can be as creative as you want and teach pretty much anything. You know, ours was a Christian homeschool co-op, so it obviously needed to fall on those lines, but you can be as creative as you want. I actually did a crafting with books class, and we did all these different crafts with old books or with books from the library, book sale, things like that, and had so much fun with it. So that was really cool. The only thing about that is it doesn't necessarily check off boxes, so it takes time away from your homeschool because you're not home during those hours. And we struggled. There were years where we didn't do any school on Tuesdays. And there were years, you know, this year we had to make sure we did school because my kids are older. But you are losing a few hours. And then if they're taking something that maybe doesn't check a box for you, you might see that that is just an extra thing. So you just have to weigh what is more important, what works and what doesn't. But it's a really great option, and we've done it for years. The next one would be a co-op that offers only field trips. There are some that I know people are part of where they're like, I want to go do all these fun things and I want somebody else to organize it. And I don't want to have to come up with these field trip ideas. So that is a cool way to do it. Sometimes there's a membership fee or something like that. But it's cool because there are other moms that can help you come up with these cool ideas that maybe you wouldn't have come up with when you're like, okay, I really need to take my kids on a field trip. What should we do? Go to the park. And maybe they'll come up with something else. Like we've toured chocolate factory. We have a chocolate factory, you know, in our area, and they toured that. And I remember years ago, long time ago when my kids were little, we toured a water treatment facility and learned how that worked. And that was seriously one of the coolest field trips. There's zoos, there's all kinds of stuff. But it's neat when somebody else gets to organize it, you pay a fee or you do whatever and you just go. So that is a great option too. The last one is one that we're actually going to try out this year for the first time. And it's more of an academic co-op. I've never been a part of this before, but I'm really excited because my kids are older. And this one is going to be where the kids are actually checking off boxes of subjects that we don't have to do at home. So this co-op that I'm going to be a part of, they have history class for each of the grades. They have a science class for each of the grades. They have a literature class for the bigger kids, and they have a little half-hour, 45-minute PE class too. It's actually checking off those boxes for us, things that I don't have to teach at home. They're going to have homework, but they're either going to have to read the stuff at home and then they go to the class and they discuss it, or one way or the other, it's a much lighter load at home, which I feel like is going to allow me to be able to focus on some other fun things that maybe I don't have time for because I'm teaching those subjects, which really I'm okay with not teaching my kids history and science so that I can do some of the other things that I want to do. So I'm really excited about this, especially for my older girls, because there's some aspects of this that they wouldn't be able to get at home, like discussion, the literature class, being able to read a book, go to this class with other high school kids, but being able to do things that they couldn't easily do at home, like having discussions with other high school kids about a book that they read. Really almost like adult discussions. That's not something that's easy for me to do at home. I mean, me and my daughter could discuss it, but having a group discussion is different. Having a science class where when we went for our day where we shadowed for the day to see how they did it, they pulled out microscopes. I don't own a microscope, so that would have been difficult for me to do a class like that where they were looking at all these different things for a biology class, and it was the coolest thing. I would assume dissection, things like that maybe you don't want to have to do at home, or you don't feel like your kid is going to get as much out of it by doing it as an individual. They kind of get that school feeling without going to school. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be good. And I never know from year to year what's going to work for our family. And that's why I pray about these things, and then I see what the Lord wants me to do. But I just feel like you need some kind of community. So find something that works for you. Whether it's online community, whether it's a community in your neighborhood, whatever it is. If you have to drive an hour to go to some field trip or something, mom needs fed, mom needs the encouragement from other homeschool moms. The kids need to be around other kids. It's just a really important thing. Definitely get plugged into a church. Whether they have homeschoolers or not, get plugged into a church and get some good friends that love the Lord that can encourage you. You just want to be encouraged in your walk, not only just homeschooling related. So I feel like no matter what aspect of co-op or community, I really feel like there's something that I need, and I don't ever want it to be me and my kids off on an island with nobody else, because I feel like that would be very isolating, and I don't want that. You need that community. So I hope you guys will find something. Let me know what your community is. What do you do? Are you part of an online community? Are you on the Made to Homeschool community yet? If not, don't forget to click that link and check it out, because you won't regret it. It's so awesome. Are you a part of a weekly co-op? Tell me what co-op you're a part of. Or if maybe you're looking for something, you're not sure what's a good fit for your family. I hope you find something. I pray that you find something. Pray about it. Find what's best for you guys. But it really is, I really think it is a very valuable aspect of homeschooling. So I just wanted to touch on this because I'm kind of passionate about community, and I really think it's important for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm kind of a mess. We're on vacation. I'm sitting on AstroTurf right here at an Airbnb that we're staying at, and I can't wait to fill you guys in about our vacation because it has been eventful, to say the least. But it's going to be great. I have a ton to share with you guys over the next month or so. So please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. It has been great. There were tons of ups and there was a big honking down, and I'll share all that with you in the upcoming videos. But thanks for being here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.